Kem Cho Vadodara. Good evening, everyone. A warm welcome to all delegates to this exclusive event of SAP Global Bharat Movement Vadodara edition in partnership with TV9, BirlaSoft, and Microsoft Azure. I am Manish Murjani, your host for the evening. On behalf of SAP India and partners, I welcome all the leaders to this exclusive innovation roadshow in this beautiful city of Vadodara. We started this series in Bangalore couple of months ago and since then covered South and most of the West India in last 2 months of time. Speaking to thousands of business leaders across 15 industries, SAP Global Bharat Movement is committed to highlight and share India's growth story through this platform. With more than 15 events conducted and another 12 events planned across East and North India, this campaign serves as a catalyst for growth by fostering collaboration, knowledge exchange, and building partnership amongst India's businesses who are roaring to scale new heights and become globally competent by leveraging latest cutting edge technologies. Allow me to show you a glimpse of our journey so far through this through a short video clip. Can we have the AV please?
India is projecting a more self-assured version of itself to the world than ever before. Paving the way to this bulletproof economy are our homegrown businesses. Taking our growth story beyond key business hubs of India to emerging industry clusters across Bharat. As key industry clusters fire the growth engine of a new India, SAP India, in association with TV9 Network, celebrates India's holistic techno-economic growth. Welcome to Global Bharat Movement, a traveling roadshow that brings together eminent business leaders, tech visionaries, and practitioners across diverse sectors. The Global Bharat Movement 2.0 kicked off in style at a gala function in Bengaluru on 24th March. Chief Architect of Aadhaar, Dr. Pramod Verma, set the tech-led development narrative, talking about key pillars of Digital India.
India now runs world's largest direct benefit transfer program, DBT. 860 million people, 86 crore people have bank account attached to their Aadhaar.
In 5 weeks, the roadshow has traveled to 7 cities in the south. The South leg culminated with a thought-provoking keynote by Dr. Raj Gopal from IIT Madras Incubation Cell. The roadshows received an overwhelming response from participants.
2 months implementation, all credits to the team which came along with that. Their knowledge, in fact, it's what that helped. And it's a very good planned, like we planned months before itself, before we start all the operations, and great support from SAP also with respect to that.
From any technology point of view, the ease at which you can extract something is what drives innovation. And similar with SAP, I'm sure, as the gentleman pointed out, 4 weeks of implementation compared to, say, months earlier is the time.
And now, the stage is set for Global Bharat Movement, creating waves across the rest of India.
We have series of sessions planned for today. And to begin the proceeding, may I call upon our first speaker, Ms. Vibha Raina, Regional Sales Director, SAP India, to share SAP's journey in India, vision for India's mid-market on way forward.
Global Bharat program is SAP's ode to India's businesses, all of you, that not only withstood the test of time, but are on your way to become Atmanirbhar. 8 out of 10 cars that you see on Indian roads are built by SAP customers. Our customers manage more than 100 plus airports, world-class airports. We've been a part of the white revolution, supporting the likes of Amul on one side and the likes of SR Thorads and Govind Milk on the other side. Most importantly, आप ये जितने भी industrial revolutions देख रहे हैं, Industry 4.0, clean energy revolution, startup and innovation revolution, smart energy revolution, इस सब में SAP has a very important role to play. Companies, as you know, there is, you know, even if you are less than 100 crores, you can adopt the ERP solution of SAP. It's due to the public cloud offering of SAP. Time to value has significantly reduced. Your implementation time frame can now be somewhere around 6 to 8 weeks. 6 to 8 weeks. There is a customer who has gone live in just 1 month. Of course, it's a fit to standard approach here, you know, they adopted. So, what does cloud ERP mean for our customers? What does it bring? सबसे पहले तो it eliminates the need of you to make heavy investments for your hardware, for your infrastructure, for your IT staff. You just pay a subscription fee to us. And what does SAP do in return? We will handle your updates, upgrades, maintenance, and we will enable your businesses to use the latest features with all the security updates. Now, what does it mean for you? आपको complex IT landscape नहीं handle करना है. You can focus on your core business while SAP will do the rest. Now, with cloud ERP, you can also integrate seamlessly with other applications. Now, why do we say innovation is important? Since 2000, 52% of the Fortune 500 companies have gone out of business, simply because they didn't innovate enough. The second thing to look at it is also speed of innovation. From 1955 to 2011, you know, these Fortune 500 companies took roughly around 20 years to become, you know, reach the $1 billion valuation. Not because they were not innovating, but the speed at which they were innovating was not enough. Business environment outside was changing at a faster pace. Cut to now, today's digital startups, what are they doing? They are reaching the $1 billion evaluation in just 4 years. And why are they able to do it so fast? They're able to do it so fast because they are keeping innovation at the forefront of the business. We are going to, you know, we have to explore new areas of revenue, new product lines, new market units, new partnerships. And why is that necessary? It is to become resilient, and this will form around 20% of your business. Third trend that we all know will continue is data and analytics. You are required to do data-driven decision making, and in fact, you're also now required to see the impact of those decisions in future. Most of you have outgrown your current ERP. That's another challenge. So what does SAP have for you? To help mid-sized companies overcome the growth challenges and to help you grow with technology, SAP is proud to introduce Grow with SAP to you. This is an exclusive cloud solution designed to meet the needs of mid-sized organization that will help you to adopt cloud with simplicity, predictability, and continuous innovation. For you to know more about Grow with SAP, I would now like to invite my colleague, Swapnil, to the stage, who will give you more details around this offering of SAP.
Thanks a lot, Viva. We are coming up with a solution, a cloud ERP, which will provide you a certain cloud technology solutions, tools, and services to implement ERP as fast as possible with predictable time to value. And at the same time, it will give you that flexibility and agility to adapt to the new changes. So when I talk about a cloud ERP, there are 4 important things that I would like to discuss today. First thing is why we are saying it's a ready-to-go ERP, or that implementation time will be reduced. Because we are coming up with a cloud ERP which is a purely software as a solution, where we already providing you pre-built content as per the industry best practices. So during these 50 years of business across the globe, we have delivered solutions to more than 25 industries. So we have tried to capture that for you. We have tried to provide that the best practices that we have implemented across these 50 years and giving that ready to use solution for you. So that before even utilizing or before you are deciding for a solution to implement, you can go through these best practices. So the tool itself has that flexibility to adapt to these changes. Now, once we have this major 3 things covered for you, you have your end-to-end business process covered, we have covered your uniqueness, and we are also allowing to have that R&D mindset, have that growth mindset. Once you have these 3 values with you, it is very easy for you to go live, because now you are having all the important factors with you to decide the timeline, to decide when you want to launch a new product, to decide when you want to capture one particular region. So this product will give you 2 updates every year. So you will keep on getting these new innovations, so you don't have to worry about what is actually the latest technology. What are the different things government is thinking about adopting in order to optimize different things. Even before you go for the product, you get to see processes with respect to your industries. You can go through what are the benefits and how that process flow works as per best practices. Once you understand that, you can also find out that which all our personas are involved in that business process. So this is our new UX design, which is compatible across all the platforms, mobile browser, web browser, mobile applications. At the same time, whenever we are going for the new software, it is important that the tool itself is able to guide you with how to access that particular tool. So we also have embedded guidance for the same. We are providing you an end-to-end application. We are taking care of your infrastructure. We are taking care of entire database. We are taking care of, we are owning the responsibility to secure you from all the cyber security threats. We are taking backups for you. We are allowing it to restore as per your convenience. We are updating our security mechanisms without affecting your performance. For the end user, it will not matter what version of OS it is being run. It will be upgraded to the latest one without even customer knowing that. At the same time, it also has embedded AI, which will keep on adding newer and newer features to have your automated invoice settlements, automated GRIR reconciliations, and all these features will keep on added over the period of time. There is a roadmap declared publicly for everyone. This is just to inform you that you can focus on your business. You can invest your time in your core strength, and SAP will help you to enable you with latest technologies. We provide that with our low-code, no-code approach with in-app extensibility that is part of the S/4HANA itself, where you can add your different custom fields. You can create custom UI forms. You can print different output forms for invoices to the different suppliers, different contracts. At the same time, if you need your custom dashboard to be prepared for the analytics, it has that inbuilt capability to do that with our low-code, no-code solution as a part of in-app extensibility. But of course, when we are dealing with a different number of suppliers, different ecosystems, we are integrating with multiple vendors, you also need a platform where you can develop different custom applications, and you can give that access to your contract workers or third-party vendors. For that, what we have is a pro code, which is business technology platform, on top of which you can extend certain capabilities and you can create your custom applications. SAP Business Technology Platform is our intelligent, sustainable enterprise on the foundation of SAP Business Technology Platform. So as you can see, Cloud ERP is at the center of our ecosystem, which is on top of which we provide industry-specific solutions catering to all the 25 industries. And then we also cater the overall aspect of an organization to manage your spend, to have that digital integration done with your supplier network, business network. We also have our Ariba solutions for that. But this everything is glued together by business technology platform, which allows you to provide different applications, provide different services across data, analytics, application development, and machine learning. If you look at other digital startups like Zomato, Swiggy, they are taking less than 5 years to reach to all the villages as well. To the remotest villages they are providing. Blinkit is also on the same route. That is because with the digitization, with the globalization, and with the speed of change of technology, everybody is aware. You get suppliers, vendor in tier 3, tier 4 cities also. You get that transportation services, you get those delivery boys, you get that human resources across India now. Solution order management, which will provide you an end-to-end marginal view, an end-to-end visibility across the products that you are producing, different procurement that you are doing, different revenue models that you are running, different subscription and billing that you are providing to your end customer, and it will provide you that end-to-end view with one single solution order management, so that you will get that information in one single view itself. At the same time, to expand your business across different continents, we have supported for 51 localization versions. When I say localization, it is mainly about the governance, statutory reporting, different tax implementations. We are supporting in 51 different local versions, and we also support 32 languages across the globe. And this will keep on adding, because the tool itself is capable of adding new things, and you will get those in 2 updates yearly. I guess I will hand it over to Manish now. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Swapnil. We are very happy to welcome our next speaker for the evening, Mr. Srinivas Rao Sanapati, Global Practice Director, SAP Innovations and Pre-Sales at Birlasoft, for sharing some of the best practices of digital transformation and insights.
CK Birla Group, it is already, I spoke about 2.8 billion conglomerate, and it has the presence across the multiple businesses. So starting from technology, manufacturing, building material manufacturing, and home appliances, and healthcare, and most important, service to the society. It is into education sector as well. So a couple of names. So Birlasoft is for the technology, and NBC Bearing, that is for the manufacturing side, and I think popular names, Orient Cement and Orient Appliances, I think you're all aware of, and CK Birla Hospitals and BITS Mesra is part of CK Birla Group. The vertical business unit that they are bring the industry business expertise. Okay, the domain expertise they bring. So a customer that is going to see any kind of a delivery that is happening, they're going to see through the lens of the VBU. HBU is going to bring the technology part of it, and VBU is going to bring the industry domain part of it, and VBU is going to give the one Birlasoft experience to our customers. So that's what HBU and VBUs at Birlasoft. We are working consistently on upgrading these solutions and accelerator version after version, so that these are always relevant for the business. And these solutions are very much needed to deliver the specific industry requirements or the business requirements of the customers. And we are having close to more than 800 global customers, and the majority of the customers, they are helping us to give the repeated business. And we had completed more than 3,200 projects. SAP portfolio coverage. So we are there in S/4HANA, we are there in the CX customer experience. In the customer experience side, so we are having the projects experience in the marketing cloud, commerce cloud, sales and service cloud, etc. And the data analytics, so we can't forget about it. So previous speakers also, they spoke about the data and insights. So we are having the practice for that as well. So first block, if you see from here to here, from the R1 to the journey up till the ECC 6.0. So this is almost a journey of 35 years, close to, or maybe close to 30, 40 years of journey in the SAP's journey of 50 years. So during this journey, SAP, they started innovating based on the specific customer requirements across globe, across industries. But the underlying, the database is always the traditional database. So most of you are aware, it is a raw database, okay, that has its own challenges. So that's the reason SAP invested into the database first. That is how the HANA appliance came into picture. The HANA appliance is in-memory database. So when the SAP started, working on the next generation application, they started looking into how can they really utilize the capabilities of the HANA appliance. Then they started, working on a next product. That product is S/4HANA for sure. But S/4HANA is not a simple upgrade from the previous version to the S/4HANA. It is completely reimagined, re-architected solution. In the ECC, it is all traditional database. It is almost the way you are struggling with your laptop. Every time you are actually looking up to it when the next frame is going to come up. The same way, in the ECC, that is what our struggle is. But there's no one can help it. That is the traditional architecture. Where the S/4HANA, it is in memory. So enter your application, no matter it is 1000 GB, maybe 2 terabyte or 3 terabyte, what are the data, if you can afford it, then entire data is available in the in-memory. To manage it, to process it, you will be requiring a different computing processors. Okay, that is what actually the requirement. SAP, anyway, they are going to bring in all the innovations on yearly basis. In between, they are going to release the patches as well. And hardware partners are not going to sit silent. They are also going to innovate, right? Imagine you implemented a solution, hardware partner is also innovating, and the software partner, that means independent software vendor like SAP also they're innovating. So it is going to a tough challenge for you to maintain your hardware. That means so far in the ECC, you are working comfortably. In the S/4HANA, it's one hand, it is giving a lot of possibilities to do better, but you need to take care of these kind of challenges as well. That is the reason SAP, they thought over, they brought the concept of RISE with SAP S/4HANA. As a part of that, they are given the 2 deployment options. The first one is of course, I'm so much advocate of public cloud. The second one is the private edition. So anyone, they want to do some kind of innovations, because without that innovations it's not possible for them to move further. For them, it is a private cloud is that is a solution, that is an approach. The Smart Edge IMC solution is actually having the 2 parts. The first one is the technical solution. Second one is all the framework. The framework is going to help you to do the activities first time right. So almost it's going to lays out a kind of a path. So you are not going to miss any kind of an action in the implementation. There is a steps already given, and we are having the complete methodology ready with us as a part of the Smart Edge IMC. So it covers the deployment methodology, it covers the project governance, it covers 2 important things, that is the testing strategy and the training strategy. So with this I conclude. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Srini, for such an informative session. With this, we are having a special guest with us for sharing his exclusive success story. I invite Mr. Keyur Thakkar, who heads the IT and systems at Best Value Chem, one of the leading chemical manufacturers in Gujarat and India.
BBC is a Best Value Chem. Now we call it as a BBC. We have just rebranded ourselves. So we are a leading fragrance and flavor ingredient manufacturing company. We are based out of Vadodara. We are owned by Mr. Ajim Premji's investment firm, Premji Invest, and they hold 95% of the stake in the company. This year, last year we clocked in 700 crore CR revenue, and this year we are targeting 850 plus. We export to all the major perfumery houses in the world. So 85% of our produce we export to all the major customers like Firmenich, Zivaudan, Simraz, and all the big perfumery houses. We also import 65% of our raw material from different countries like China, Japan, Sweden, and Europe. Last year in December 22, we migrated from a legacy system to the SAP S/4HANA. But why it was necessary that we transform ourselves? So there were certain objectives that we had set up. The very first was that we wanted to bring in the operational efficiency, because as we export 85% to our customers, the supply chain is very, very complex for us. And we cater to the customer sitting in the Mexico also. The lead time is more than 150 days when we sell material to them. So we need to have a very efficient system who can help us to cater our customer sitting anywhere in the globe. Another main objective was that how do we get better planning from the system? We also import 65% of our raw material from China, Japan. If you see the total turnaround time, it is more than 180 or 200 days from the sourcing till the time the material reaches to the customer site. So the better planning is really, really important. And another one is how do we adopt the technology which is there available into the market. So technology is changing leaps and bounds. Like every day we are hearing that something new is coming, AI is coming. So how do we make sure that we keep on enabling the technology within the system? So this was the paramount objective that we had why we actually transformed. The first challenges we have, as I said, so we have a very complex supply chain. Another consequences we have that the MRP engine that is required to have your better inventory and production planning, it is very much essential for any organization nowadays. And another thing is that we had a challenge as we grow, so the number of employees also grow. So we had a challenge with having the robust system which can help us to maintain the unauthorized access to the system. So these were the main challenges that we had before we migrated to SAP S/4HANA. The solution we had, as you all know, that SAP S/4HANA is the solution, and we did this with the help of the SAP, Birlasoft, and the BBC. So we did this migration in the record of 5 months, and all the 8 modules, including the EXIM module, project system, every module we talked about, we have implemented within 5 months of time, and that was all successfully. We all worked together very hard in the we started in last July, and then we completed in December. We are now able to do the month closing on the 1st of every month. Okay, so yesterday we completed our 6-month closure in SAP without any hurdles. Earlier, it used to take 10 days, 12 days, inventory violation is not coming, profitability is not coming, GRN is not being made on time. Everything is now coming on the very first day of the month. Now we have a very efficient and robust production and inventory planning. So we have run the MRP. Earlier we never had an MRP. So now everything is being done by the system. Apart from this, now we are using Fury also. So we have now all the data coming from SAP in analytics platform so that it can help the finance team to take a decision on time. So it has inbuilt. So apart from that, we are also using Power BI for our on-time reporting. The biggest benefit apart from this that we have seen while after implementing SAP S/4HANA is the standard process that it offers. While we are evaluating SAP S/4HANA along with the SAP team, so I have seen so many processes that we took more than 6 months to evaluate the product. But we have seen so many standard processes, and there where we are like thinking whether this could fit in our company organization or not. But as we started implementation, as we started doing our blueprinting, then we realized that this is something that we really wanted from the very beginning. And this system has to offer all these things from out of the box. You don't need any customization. Use it as it is. You have to just configure it as per your use, and it is available to you. So that's the beauty of SAP S/4HANA. Thank you so much. If you have any question, please feel free to ask.
Thank you, Keyur, for an amazing session with so many industry imperatives. Now it's a time for an interactive panel discussion for a diverse perspective. May I request our panelists?
Anyone, so they want to start journey afresh for SAP, maybe rise with SAP S/4HANA. What kind of a narrative you will give them?
The first thing that you need to understand, you need to have a very clear-cut objective, what you really want to achieve by this transformation, okay? Because implementing ERP is not a very big thing today. Everybody is implementing ERP, right? It is not just for the sake of you want to have a system. And by the time we were implementing, I still remember those days when we were having our war room that we created. Then we have clearly written all these objectives on the on the whiteboard, on the papers we have stick over there. And everybody was told that you have to stick with this objective unless whatever happens. We meet all the target dates with all the objectives that we have defined by the management. So that was really first thing that I would really like to tell everybody, please have your objective defined before you start any transformation journey.
I would like to ask this question to Sanmit first. So why many customers are looking for the technology transformation journey now? Why now and why?
Today, if we look at most of the things what we are looking at on the fingertips, at the same time what we are also looking at is how fast I can get the system in. And that's where this entire cloud era or transformation era, whatever we call, and like you said, objectives, right? The first criteria what we generally talk about is, can I reduce my cost? That is one of my objective. Can I reduce my cost of sales? Can I optimize my inventory carrying cost? These are all objectives when we are getting into it. This is nothing but my transformation from an organization perspective, how we are looking at. So it would have been started long back, but now we started focusing on more and more on that, so we can get benefit out of it.
Thank you, Sanmit. So the same question, Srikanth.
The way I look at it is, there have been very significant amount of changes, external and internal to the organization. Let me first talk about the external changes that we are all going through. First and foremost, the customer itself has changed. Think about it. Today the customers are the millennials who are the consumers today. Okay, people who born maybe after 2000 are the customers that are today. The overall buying behavior itself has changed. The buying patterns have changed. The buying methodologies have changed, be it even if it's a B2C or a B2B business. Today, the customer demands are completely different. If you're a B2B customer today, there are demands like companies have been asked to move from a product-based to a service-based models. So business models are changing externally, and there's a massive dynamic change in the way consumers are changing. Customers are demanding products or services from you. It's a very, very massive change external.
So in an SAP forum, so Microsoft person is also sitting there. So talk about SAP and Microsoft partnership.
Thank you for asking me that question, Srini. Honestly, I was waiting for this to come in. Don't be surprised, because the Microsoft SAP partnership is not a new partnership. It's a very, very old partnership. 25 years plus is when is kind of partnership we enjoy. This is way back when SAP had the edition which was more earlier to my SAP. SAP had MySQL as the database, standard database running in. And the partnership has grown since then. Even now, when RISE was released, it was first released on Azure, and then we have the other options coming in. So, and most of the developments for RISE happen on Azure. And the partnership today is so strong that SAP runs their internal SAP on Azure. And at Microsoft, we have our backend system, which is RISE with SAP. So that's the kind of partnership and belief we have with both these companies. But SAP launched the SuccessFactors new edition come up, which is kind of powered with the Azure OpenAI platform. So what essentially it will do is, in a quick minute I'm going to tell you, is it's going to help the recruiter build a very job-specific job description the way they're wanting to get a candidate for. So it's going to help you identify the right talent for yourself. So, and by the way, this is embedded in SuccessFactors, powered by the OpenAI from Microsoft. Imagine the amazing power that we've brought together with this conversational AI inbuilt into SuccessFactors.
What's kind of a explanation, or maybe how you can give a narrative to people who would like to adopt to RISE with SAP? So don't worry, or something like that. What kind of narrative you will give to convince them this is a maybe go-to kind of a stack?
When we decided that we'll go with the RISE with SAP, when I had a lot of apprehensions in myself also, that how this is going to really work, because we were among the few set of customers who have adopted RISE with SAP, because nobody, even I never know that how the hardware provisioning will be done, whether it will be done on the time or not, because we have hosted our data center in Azure also, Azure only in Pune. So, but firmly that we decided that cloud is the only way to go further, because nobody now wants to have this own data center and managing all this complex hardware and everything. So anybody who is looking to go with the RISE with SAP private cloud edition, I think it is the product if you really want to have a very standard process, if you want to add value to your business, and if you really have a system that can help you to have your journey for the next growth. Okay, so system is very simple. I'm really happy customer for RISE with SAP. I'm really happy customer.
RISE with SAP, that's what you are leading throughout India. So how actually you are seeing this kind of adoption across India within the small and mid-sized enterprises?
RISE with SAP, definitely there are best practices which are very, very industry focused. If I am a chemical industry, how my peers are working in this particular tool and growing, we can adopt these practices. Now, how is it possible if I'm using that particular tool and implementing, let's say, Rise with SAP or Grow with SAP, be it public, private, any customer, any kind of solution, and adopting best practices, it means I am adopting my global peers who are into similar business, and I'm comparing myself with, maybe today I'm at 100 crore or 500 crore, I'm comparing myself again maybe around 10,000 crore or 15,000 crore company, and adopting those particular things in my business. And when we are looking at business transformation, that's how we will grow, right? So today, if I'm thinking of growing by 100 to 500 crore within 5 years, can I reduce it by 1 year by using this particular tool? It is possible if you are doing this Rise with SAP implementation.
Thank you very much, panelists. Thank you very much for your time.
We have an interesting solution demo. I'll invite my colleagues, Mr. Hemant Mittal, Director for ISBN, SAP ISBN, to take.
SAP Business Network integrated with SAP ERP enables you to collaborate with your in a real time with your third-party partners, such as suppliers, logistic providers, asset providers. So in our next slide, we will show we will see the entire collaboration which we are talking about. Here you can see it from the point of view of PO collaboration, invoice collaboration, order collaboration. But I would like to give you a different way to look at it. On the right hand side, all the activities and tasks are currently done by buyers. On the left hand side, all the activities are done by suppliers. So basically, Business Network is a collaboration, not for only PO collaboration, it's a collaboration between a buyer and a supplier, which is the most important ask in today's world. Because suppliers plays an important role in your entire process, but somehow they are not a part of your internal ecosystem. So Business Network brings those external suppliers, partners into your internal ecosystem for a better collaboration. So to take this thought ahead, we will like to present system demo. My colleague Ankita would come forward. Thank you.
Hey, thanks Hemant so much. Coming back to our SAP Business Network. So this is basically the dashboard that you can see from a supplier standpoint, right? So the Business Network dashboard will be able to, as a supplier, you'll be able to see all the new orders, the changed orders, the orders that are to be invoiced, and so on. It's a tile-based approach that you will have. Moving forward, you would have typical reports which you can customize on the dashboard here. The activity feed shows you the actions to be taken, the new orders, the invoices that are to be done. And you also have this as a mobile app available to your suppliers. So it's easy to use to your suppliers as well as to yourself. Now, as mentioned, I'm showing you the entire PO to invoice collaboration. Now, taking this PO example, you have all the details, the line items, and so on. Confirm this particular. Coming to your PO back to be able to see that in this particular PO that I had just confirmed. So I can see that the PO has been received. The order confirmation has been done, the delivery has been done, and you can create the invoice for the same. Back to the SAP Business Network, or from the supplier view, where you can basically flip this particular orders into an invoice. You can have all of the checks done from a duplication standpoint and create this particular invoice back to your buyer. Coming back to our buyer screen or the SAP view, where you can see this particular invoice in the same PO with all of those details. From a buyer standpoint, you can see this particular analytics in terms of the PO orders that have been created, all of the rejected statuses, the top POs that were per the suppliers in terms of the different countries. You can see the invoice overview, and so similarly from the transaction delivery perspective. So this covers the entire PO to invoice collaboration. Definitely the system can do others. We'll take that for another day. But thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Ankita. Thank you so much, Hemant. We are almost done. We have the last session an informative session presented by Mr. Atul Patil, Practice Director, Business Technology Platform, Birlasoft Limited.
So what we have at the bottom is looking more like a step, right? There's a step. So if you look at it, it is more like take a step at a time and you're reaching there. But the last block that you have here is little apart, because Srini clearly explained it is not on the same platform. It is a reimagined solution, right? A small journey or a big journey like this, we have similar elements in every story, right? Every journey has a couple of things which are very important. The seeker, of course, who is embarking the journey, right? That's important. Without seeker, there is no journey. You need a helping friend who can speak your language. Imagine if he's not able to reach me, what will happen? He'll end up wasting a lot of time talking to people, getting frustrated, wasting a lot of energy, maybe taking cabs and going to every hotel and spending a lot of money, right? So you need a helping friend who can understand your language. The first journey that you can imagine in the SAP world, the digital transformation world, is you're going from ECC to S4HANA. Let's take that as a first journey. So maybe some of you are on ECC and you want to go to S4HANA, maybe public cloud edition or whatever route that you choose. The very first step is knowing where you stand. What is the state of your ECC system? Because every ECC implementation is unique. Every customer has implemented a unique business process for themselves. The data that they hold, the landscape that they have, right? So having correct assessment of your ECC system is important. So what we see here, now this is a SAP readiness check. It's a tool that SAP gives on ECC. A lot of technical things, I'll skip that. In short, this tool helps you understand what is the state of your ECC and what impact you will have when you go on S4HANA, right? So this is the very first important step. How you do that, all you need to do is implement some nodes, run some programs, download it. It is very easy, but there are a lot of important things there, and perhaps more than that. To make some sense out of it, to find the details that are relevant to you is a challenge. But then again, SAP helps you with some tools where you can upload it. You go to a portal, upload it, and you find some meaningful details out of it, right? So there is a tool available. In this greenfield implementation, it is not only that you're going with S4HANA, you might go with a bundled product with SAP. So that is what greenfield is all about. This middle step is only for ECC, guys. You are on ECC, you have your configurations and data. You don't want to leave all your configurations. You don't want to keep entire data. This is something in between. It is in middle. So that is called as shell conversion or selective data. So that's the blue field approach, we can call it, right? If we see here, we are talking about a solution. Solution is available. Starting with why is important. This why will not only tell you to choose the right option, this why will help you create a business case. The earlier customer that I talked about, a business case was missing, and business case is not only a document which you create, right? It's a document. It helps you get the leadership buy-in. It helps you secure budget. So we came up with something known as AI-based smart assessment tool. So this is the topic that I was talking about. So basically, it's an AI-based AI model, you can say, right? We developed it. We take extract from your ECC system, the readiness check report. It gathers what all things you have in your ECC system. It connects to your ECC system and gathers the custom code analysis, because on S4HANA, the code changes, right? At the same time, after doing all these things, it will predict you something. Now, what we see here, outcome of this tool is, it is telling you some probability. So probability of brownfield is 20%, greenfield is 70%, cell conversion is 10%. Now this is not a probability of succeeding in a cell conversion. It is a probability of achieving your outcome, the goal that you have set in mind. You will eventually go to S4HANA in every approach. So now this tool is built in SAP BTP, and since I lead SAP BTP capability, I just wanted to flaunt some of the features of BTP. So this tool is built in BTP, but we recorded it on iPhone. I asked my technical architect to record the tool in BTP, and I'm sharing the video. So now what we are doing is we are selecting the files, right? So this recording is done in iPhone, so no voiceover there. So we are selecting some files. These are the readiness check report files. We are selecting it, then we are choosing it, and then we will analyze it. Once I click on analysis, the AI engine will kick off, the model will kick off, and it will show me some results. So this is the probability that we see. Now if you click on it, the probabilities as we discussed. If we click on it, it will give you further insights, right? So we have a lot of details available in readiness check report. Now this is just one tool, but as Srini mentioned in the earlier PPTs, right? We have around 50 plus tools, frameworks, accelerators, and we believe that working, I mean, human intelligence is needed, but why not use the tools to accelerate it, right? So we have 50 plus tools we use in the different stages of the journey. That's it for now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Atul. And with this, we come to the end of our evening, end of our conference. Thank you everyone for taking this time out. You've been a wonderful audience.